Hi everyone, myself Prithvi. Today I welcome you all for my YouTube channel. In this video, I am here with you with a new fundamental analysis of a company called Gabriel. So the Gabriel is a company which has been doing a business in an auto ancillary space. They have been specialized in making shock absorber and suspension systems. So why I have taken this company? Mainly because the company is mainly focusing only on shock absorber making. No, they are not focusing on different products. Actually, the current stock price is very good, decent, valued. So that is another point. So these are all the points which made me interesting about this company. So nextly, let us directly jump into the fundamental analysis. In the fundamental analysis, first I will going to take you to the products which the company is doing. So the company has been doing a business only in the shock absorber space and the suspension space. In the shock absorber and suspensions, they are supplying to two-wheelers and three-wheelers, and they are supplying to passenger vehicles, and they are also supplying to the commercial vehicles and railways. So in the deep down, so when you come to the revenues, so almost in the two-wheelers and three-wheeler space, which is contributing 67% revenue for the company. Next, in the passenger vehicle space, which is contributing 22% revenue for the company. So next in the commercial vehicle space and the railway space, which is contributing almost 9% revenue for the companies, and another 2% which is coming from trading. So nextly, let us look at the deep down into the OEMs, which is contributing 83% revenue for the companies, and another 13% which is coming from replacement business. Next 4% is coming from the export business. So the export business, which is contributing almost 4% revenue for the company. So nextly, let us deep down into the OEM side. Which are all the OEMs which they are supplying in the two-wheeler and three-wheeler space? In the two-wheeler and three-wheeler space, they are supplying to very good companies like Hero MotoCorp and Bajaj Auto, Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki. So these are all the OEMs which they are been supplying to, and also supplying to three-wheeler space called Atul Auto. So what is the future project and the future outlook of this company in the two-wheelers and three-wheeler space? The future growth outlook of this company in the two-wheelers and three-wheeler space, because it is contributing good revenues and high revenues for the company. In the future space, many companies are coming in the electrical vehicle space. Electrical vehicle space, like you see, Ather and Okinawa and Ola Electric is on the coming space. It's going to be launching on FY21 by the end, and or FY22 in the starting. There is a huge plants construction is going on in the Tamil Nadu. So they have been already on the talk, and they will already taking a orders from them. So that could actually result a huge chunk of revenues which will be coming in two-wheelers and three-wheeler space in the next years, which will be keeping in mind. So that one very interesting point for me to take these stocks in detail. Nextly, in the passenger vehicle space. In the passenger vehicle space, they are supplying to the OEMs like Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, Mahindra and Mahindra, Tata Motors, and Honda and General Motors. So in the future growth outlook and the future projects which they are having in their hand. So one project is going on in the Maruti. So in the Maruti getting launched, that could actually boost a good revenues, a small slight of revenues from the Maruti projects which they are doing in the passenger vehicle space. So the nextly is the commercial vehicle space. In the commercial vehicle space, they are supplying to the OEMs like Tata Motors, Mahindra, Force and Daimler and Isuzu and VE Commercial. So these are all the OEMs which they are supplying in commercial vehicle space. So nextly, in the future projects which they are having in their hand is, one is the Ashok Leyland project which they are having in their hand in the commercial vehicle space. So and also Force Motor projects which they are having in their hand. That could actually give good, almost slight good revenues for the companies from the commercial vehicle space. So this is all about the product segments which I have told. So next, they are also focusing on the export. They are contributing almost 4% revenue for the company. In that 4%, it is almost OEMs is contributing in the export business, which is almost 40%, 60% which is been contributed from the aftermarket business. So the company is been focusing on the expanding their export business in the next coming days. That could actually result a good revenues for the company. If they are diversifying other than India to the export sides, that could actually diversify their portfolio in the international segments, that could actually open up some new doors in automobile segments in the shock absorber sides in the different OEMs of all around the world. So this is all about the product segments. So next, let us look at on the future growth outlook of the company and how in the future they could actually deliver a good profit. So in the future growth outlook, so the company is expanding their export business internationally so that they are going to have the global presence in the international market. So nextly, in the second one, the company set a vision of becoming a top 5 shock absorber manufacturing overall world. So in the overall world, they are having a target of becoming a top 5 shock absorber manufacturer in the world. So that sounds very good and very interesting for any kind of an Indian company to become top 5 company in the world. So the Gabriel is on the way. If it is on the way, we should have we should like an investor to invest in this kind of a companies on this kind of a good visions, almost a small chunk, at least not having a huge overweight on this kind of stocks, at least a small weightage on this kind of a stocks in the auto ancillary space. So the next growth point is that an electrical vehicles transmission. So in the new players are coming to the electrical vehicles two-wheeler space, the companies like Ola Electric, so they are focusing on huge volumes. They are coming up with a huge plant in Tamil Nadu that could actually launch by FY21 end or FY22 starting, that could actually deliver a good profit. They are also in the talk with the Ola Electric and Okinawa, Ather, so Ampere. So these are all the other two-wheeler space vehicles which the company is been supplying shock absorber to them. So that could actually boost a good revenues in the coming days for the Gabriel company. So nextly, in the fourth point is that the company is mainly focusing on the cost cutting measures, improving their efficiency to deliver a good margin and sustainable margin in this kind of a COVID periods. So these are all the growth points. These are all the positive point about the company. One negative point is that the headwinds for this auto ancillary space, automobile space is that the COVID is playing in this kind of a market in automobile space. So the demand is one of the good challenging for this kind of a companies, not only for the supplier side and also to the OEM side. So all this supply chain is linked. So automobile space is going under this COVID times. If they are surpassing, the demand is very good, definitely they are going to surpass and give a good volumes and revenues and profit in the next coming days. So what is the analysts are expecting? Analysts are expecting good volumes for is going to continue what it has continued from the last October and October to December, from January to March. It's going to continue after COVID also. Many economists are expecting. So in the next coming days, there will be a good traction in the automobile space that could actually give a good profit for this kind of a companies. So this is all about the growth outlook of the companies. So nextly, let us look at on the shareholding pattern of the companies. So the promoter is holding 55% in the company and the FIS is holding 3.83% and the DIS is holding 6.57% and the public is holding 34.60% in the companies. So nothing much interesting about this company. So the shareholding patterns looks decent. So there is no much to tell about the shareholding patterns. So next, let us look at on the financial statement analysis. So in the financial statement analysis, so I want to tell you, so in the financial statement analysis, the revenues are continuously increasing, not at a very good pace, but it is continuously increasing almost 5 to 6% CAGR from the last 2010. So from 2010, they have had sales of 692. So they have increased to 1,700 crores in the COVID, despite of the COVID times. So in the 2018 and 19, it was a good times for an automobile companies. So in that time, the company has delivered a good results of almost a peak of 2,000 crores. So that one very attractive. In that time, the earning per share was 6.61 rupees. So in the FY21, so because of the COVID reasons, the earning per share has gone down, the margins have gone down. So that one point which we have to keep it in mind. Despite of all this kind of conditions, so the company has delivered a good revenues and profit of the company. So in the next coming days, it could actually deliver a good growth in the company. So when you come to the quarterly analysis of FY21 statement, so in the FY21 quarterly analysis statement, as you can see in the June 2020, the company has declared a minus 24 crores revenue. So almost 1.66% EPS was down. So this one quarter which has impacted this overall year. Other than this, all the quarters which has been well ahead when you compare to the previous year, so it has been doing very well. So what does the financial statement tells is that the financial statement looks good. So because of the COVID reasons in the last year, so because of the June quarter washout, so still the company has declared a good profits. In the next coming days, they could actually deliver a good profit. So because of the growth we are seeing in the two-wheeler space. So this is all about the financial statement. Financial statement is very good. So nextly, let us focus on the financial ratios of the company. So company current stock price is trading at 190 rupees. The current PE is 31.6 rupees. It's very high when you compare to the 5-year average PE of 21.4. So as I have told, the earning per share, because of the earning per share has been decreased, the earning PE, price to earning ratio, is trading at showing high. So next is the debt to equity. So the debt to equity is 0.02. So the debt which they are having in their book is only 12.9 crores. It is negligible. The return on equity is 8.08%. The return on capital employed is 12.3%. So the operating margin which they are operating at 6%. So when you look at the financial ratios, so one negative point which I want to tell is that the return on equity, the return on capital employed, and the operating margins was not attractive. So but the valuation comfort which I am seeing for the FY22 in this company is good, and the management and the vision of the companies is stronger. Because of that reason, I am investing my small chunk of money in this kind of a companies. So this is all about the financial ratios of the company. So next, let us look at on the valuation and the price target, what we can expect for the Gabriel company. So the company Gabriel is trading at 119 rupees. So the current EPS, so it is trading at a price to earning multiple of 31.6. In the FY22 earnings, we could expect the earnings should go to 7 rupees. So let us focus on the valuation and the price target, what we can expect for the FY22 for next 1 year. So the current stock price is trading at 190 rupees. So the price to earning multiple is almost 31.6. So the current FY21 earning per share is 3.79 rupees. 3.79 rupees as you have seen in the financial statement. So for the next coming years, the earning per share is going to 7 rupees. If the earning per share is a 7 rupees, we could actually see the stocks to go to 147 rupees. So this is a normal automobile ancillary space revenues which I am taking. I am not overestimating this company to go up to the huge target. I am giving a good target with achievable target, with having a good analysis, with the background, with having a future growth outlook and the projects which they are having in their hand. And in the coming days, the automobile space, how it is going to react, and the electric vehicle space. Because of all these kind of a condition, I mean coming to the estimation of 7 rupees for earning per share for FY22. So I think I have cleared the view of Gabriel company. So the Gabriel company conclusion is very good company in an auto ancillary space and the shock absorber making. So in the next videos and all, I will be coming up with a good fundamentals. Please do like and subscribe to my channel to receive the further fundamental analysis which I will be doing in the future. So on the note side, I am not a SEBI registered person. Please consult your financial planner when you are investing in any kind of a stock, any kind of an investment decision, then only invest in stock market. So by the end, till next video, bye bye.